Welcome back to my channel, y'all. I wanted to do a flip through of this little blank journal that I made using a whole lot of rescued supplies. I did use one piece of a vintage lace here. I used some lace curtain. Most of this dusky pink, vintagey pink color is vintage lace curtain. This also is vintage. I don't know if you can see the dots in it. It is the vintage pink color with little pink dots on it. And some white lace here that was rescued off of either one of my daughter's dresses or one of my niece's dresses. This also a piece of a skirt off of one of their dresses. Here you can see a piece of that lace curtain. I don't remember what I tore this off of, but it was on one of their pieces of clothing. And I thought it would just look cute on here. These are new ribbons that I just glued down and stitched down. This white lace also was rescued. I coffee dyed some of this trim and put it across the top. It's actually pretty sturdy, although it looks to be very, very fragile. It is not. This heart lace is also vintage, and I coffee dyed it. And this is stitched down. These ruffles are stitched. This is what the back looks like. Again, with the layers, so you can add more laces or fabrics underneath. You can pin things on. Lots of different ways you could add to this cover. But I liked it the way it was. I sewed in the ribbons that I used as the closure. They are in between the layers. Again, here you can see this pink lace curtain on the inside. So from the inside out, there's the pink lace curtain, and then there is coffee dyed paper, and then a layer of cardstock, and then there's a layer of very thin cotton, a layer of the pink, yes, the pink curtain, and then the layers of the dress on the bottom, and on the top the layers of the white lace. Along the edge here I also added another piece of lace trim. And like I said, the back, I just kept it pretty simple, lots of room to add things. And then on the inside of the front and back cover, this pocket goes all the way through, and I made it with eyelet fabric that I purchased to make my daughter a dress like 6 years ago. These are pieces that I had left over. And then this pink floral lace wide trim over the top. And this is stitched all the way around and stitched down to the cover, so it will be a sturdy pocket. It is not elastic though. It's just simply stitched. The journal itself measures 8 by 5.5. The pages on the inside measure 7 3/4 by 5.5. I guess this is 8 by 5 3/4 is what the outside is. And then the pages are 8 by 5.5. And I'll tell you how many pages there are. 1, 2, 3. So there's 48 pages front and back, not counting the doily flip. And These are all coffee dyed papers that I coffee dyed, and then papers that I rescued. This is an ombre stationery page. Another coffee dyed paper. This one wrinkled up and is just a little grungy. This stationery I rescued. It does have an imperfection. You can see on both sides. But I really loved it, so I used it. Would be easy to cover, or, you know, if you wanted to ink up or stamp or stencil, that would be very easy to cover. I added some lined coffee dyed paper that turned very pink when I coffee dyed it. Some more coffee dyed paper. Here's that doily flip. It's a pink heart with little roses on it. Some more coffee dyed paper. Another rose stationery page. This is grid paper that was originally white with blue lines, and it turned green and pink. It turned a little green, and then it has little pink lines. When I coffee dyed it, I found it fascinating. It came out really pretty though. Some more lined notebook paper that I coffee dyed. And here's that full sheet of the rose stationery page, and then the smaller stationery, the ombre. I tied the center of the signature. It does have one signature. It's bound with a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. I tied this in a bow after I knotted it, so you can take it out. And the strings were left long, so you could add dangles or beads or whatever you wanted to add to it, or you can just leave it tied up in a bow, or you can snip them off if you don't like having the strings. And then here are the other sides. Here's the lined paper, and when I coffee dyed, I laid them on top of each other, and they imprinted some of the pink lines on top of each other. It just came out really, really neat. Coffee dyed paper. Here's the other side of that doily flip. Some more lines created by layering that paper while it was drying. More coffee dyed paper. The other side of that stationery page. And then here's the back pocket. And this one will list in my Etsy shop. The information will be linked below. And it will come just like this, as it is. Thanks you guys for watching. Appreciate you taking the time to stop by. Thanks.